The reason why you're not fulfilled is because you're not deserving of it. I mean, I guess the best place to start, like every other one of my videos, the past or even in the future, is what is fulfillment? What does the word even mean? I've defined it myself, and honestly, the best definition I can come up with is the alignment of your actions with your values that compound over time. I literally just see fulfillment as a reward. I mean, if I just really sit down and think about my best days, or let's just say best months, because I talked about compounding, it's typically based on how hard I worked, like how hard I put myself towards a specific goal, how much action I took against it, like how exhausted was I at the end of the day. And that's kind of like a gauge for me to test how serious I am or how much work I'm actually putting in every single day. Is did I empty the tank today? It's typically the exact last thing that I think about before I go to sleep. And honestly, just being around like eight-figure CEOs, like I mentioned in my last video, young multimillionaires, sales managers, CMOs, COOs, like all these big figures or whatever. Like I've noticed that their calendars are literally optimized to get the hard stuff done as early as possible. So if that's writing a book, first thing to do, then wake up, brush their teeth, go sit in front of that computer and write. All right. If they just like doing physical things, getting into that cold plunge, making yourself as uncomfortable as possible. Like that literally just shows me that stepping outside of your comfort zone is the only way to achieve really big things in life. And the funny thing is, people have already said that lots of times on YouTube, on social media. And like it doesn't matter that it's coming from me. Other people who are way more qualified to talk about this stuff have already said it. The reason why this topic is so interesting to me is because I'm extremely observant rather. And like when I just listen to people's conversations or come across a podcast, for instance, it seems like people are optimizing for an easy life or like a soft life, whatever that dumb shit means. And it's so common for people to just think that they can wake up and just be fulfilled or be happy. Honestly, I wish it were true for some of you, but because it'll just be just be much easier essentially, but it's not. At least from what I've noticed, at least myself, it's like nothing good ever comes from easy. I've never seen any intrinsic or extrinsic benefit from living an easy life for anyone. So what am I trying to say? What's the point? What I'm trying to say is fulfillment is a lifestyle. You achieve it by compounding actions that get you closer to the person you want to become, or if it's a thing that you want, by taking action toward the thing so you can have the ability to buy that thing, or if it's love, for instance, which isn't a tangible thing that you can buy, then taking action to actually get that love from that person that you want. The process of grinding to achieve something, whether it's a car, a house, a new camera, that's where the fulfillment lies. Like you have to strive for something, or the fulfillment will fade. You don't deserve it. And that's the thing about it. Nobody deserves it until you do. Until you put in the work that gives you the ability to say, shit, I feel good about myself. That's what fulfillment is. Like a lot of people are just like running for like the vacation, expecting it to bring them fulfillment. It won't. That basketball game, guess what, bro? It won't. The hookah lounge, it won't bring you fulfillment. Like, what are those things that really are that we are really scared to say is they're just distractions because we can't face the fact that you're not giving it all every single day. And I'm not saying that all those things are always bad. Like, obviously, going to an NBA basketball game is not the worst thing that you can do in your fucking life. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is when you just use it as an output to feel better about yourself, or like, man, I need to step out the house. Like, I need to. It's like you're literally just telling yourself you need an escape, but we're just masking it with this like fake facade of self love or self. peace, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it all starts with what I said in a previous video. Like, you need an aim. You need a target. You need to figure out what you want and run towards it with everything you have. It's literally, it's 11:20 right now. Like, I sleep at 9 o'clock for the most days. But I promised myself rather, I would release a video every single Sunday. And if I didn't do that, I know I wouldn't even be able to sleep the 8 hours that I really want to. Because the funny thing is, no one would care. I mean, no one would know, essentially, except me. But these are small things that you have to do. At least I feel like you have to do to live a life of fulfillment. And here's the best thing about this. If you don't believe me, just go and look at any other successful person that's in the field that you want to be in and tell me that they didn't do the exact same thing. So, like, are you keeping the promises to yourself? Are you going to align the actions you take with the values you've set for your life? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. And if at this point you don't have any values, congratulations. You know where to start. At the end of the day, who am I? Just a man. Nothing special about me yet. But I'm just sharing my life's, I wouldn't even call it secrets, lessons so far along the way of me becoming who I really want to be. And who I really want to be to you really doesn't even matter because you really don't care. But what I know you care about is a mountain enough to yourself. Are you going to take the action to become the person that you want to be? Because luckily for you, if you optimize your life to be happy, if you optimize your life for fulfillment, doing that will just increase the likelihood of you feeling good about yourself. Try it. Let me know what happens.